Hello and welcome to our second session of Star Trek Adventures, second edition for Eschaton Station. My name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and this session is part of the Open Hearth Gaming Community's calendar of games. You can find out more about that at openhearthgaming.com. I mentioned that you can check that out. We have a Patreon that supports what we do. We have podcasts, we have actual play feeds, we have a free online event that's coming up beginning of October. So all of those things are happening. Just briefly, I won't do this every session, but since the second session, I just want to quickly go over this. I'll remind us what we've got set as lines, veils, and ask firsts. I will try to keep an eye on this. If you do add something to that, maybe message me so I'm aware of it. I do try to check back, but sometimes I'm not great about that. So we do have hard lines on cannibalism, eye injuries, harm to children, and sexual assault. We have veils on graphic gore, harm to animals, sexual content, and torture. And then ask first for anything involving mind control, PC betrayal, and suicide. So I wanted to just quickly check in. I want to definitely, after this session, give you the opportunity if you want to swap out talents. If you have one that you want to swap out now, you can do that. Or if after this session you see that there's a talent that you'd rather have, feel free to do that. There are a couple that are character creation only. You're welcome to take those because we'll kind of retcon on those. So you are welcome to them. It's an odd mix. There's one of some of these talents that I'm like, that's a very different table that's being used at than my table. That would actually be an important thing. Uh, Let me quickly check. I checked in on everyone's B plots. Um, what do you think Andorian food is like, Dan? Like, are we talking? Is it spicy? Is it savory? What are you imagining here?
I think, I mean, she's pretty well traveled. So she's tasted food all over from lots of different cultures, and she generally likes lots of different cultures. I think it's something about Eschaton's food replicators specifically that she objects to.
Okay.
I think they've got very acute sense of taste because of the cold, and so she can sort of experience tastes and spices and things that maybe your average human cannot.
Okay.
But it's a lot of, off the top of my head, a lot of seafood, right? Because they're sort of
Okay.
ice planet, so they're sort of getting stuff from their oceans.
I like it. Excellent. And then let's see, checking in now. Uh, is it when we're talking about the trill? The it's of course Dax, the Dax in the continuum. Is it Duran, the Duran?
No, I think Joran is his given name.
Okay.
So,
Keel.
uh,
How are we saying
yeah,
that?
I had yet finalized the debate on whether it was going to be Kill or Kyle,
Okay.
but yeah, uh,
Okay. And that definitely we'll figure out about a pet at some point. And the classic joined trill, someone from your past comes back to reclaim an old oath, I think is a perfect B plot there. And then Gop, we've got the force into a double date, and then someone treats you passively aggressively for your species. I'll give you a heads up when we do that second one, and that's definitely one where if it gets too mean, you can make sure to note on that. Not that it ever gets particularly mean on Star Trek with those kinds of things, but we'll just want to keep that in mind
Well,
there.
Ferengi also, I think, have ways of handling people who are being mean that helps to deflect some of the edge of it, I think.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. And then for Lieutenant Commander Scilla, let's see, we've got yeah, I saw the note on your relative. That certainly makes sense. With and you've got some notes about that for the Blue Cradle Syndicate, so that's good. Now I'm thinking about what kind of competition you could judge. These are all interesting choices.
Yeah, just want to say it's Scilla, not Scilla.
Scilla,
Scilla. I think. I mean,
like with a more K sound, like
yeah.
okay, all right,
Okay. Killer.
Scilla.
Well, he's not a killer, but you know.
Yeah. Okay. And do correct me if I get that wrong, because I have a habit of once I've said a name incorrectly, it sticks in my head that way. So I will do that. Dan, if you change your name in the Zoom. Okay.
And Lowell, I'm on the dice roller that's in the character keeper, but I think that may be from the earlier because it has when I go on it, it has, or I may be mistaken.
There's the roller. I did change the name on it. It should show up as Eschaton.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing I had myself in there, and for some reason and when I go to the players on mine, it shows Devel Jolene as one of the players.
Yeah.
Although it has Batali in
So that
there.
was the one that was in the thing, right? It is
Yeah.
Yeah,
6.2.
I'm still
Yeah,
Savari in this.
yeah.
You can, you should be able to change your name if you click
Okay. I
top
see.
top
Yes.
left.
Okay. Thank you. I got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't keep
Okay.
the rolls from last time. But let's see what happens with it from this week to next week. If it continues where that's an issue, I'll start a new room and we'll start fresh and we'll do that. I apologize. Because it's usually been pretty good about keeping that stuff. I am going to clear the roll history. Okay, is it going to actually clear it? There it goes. Oh, it just took a second. Okay. For those of you at home, we are using DD Dice. So uh, we will take up with the shot, external of the station. We see the megastructure in the background. We see the segment that has those bubbles. We can see the opening that has appeared on the outside of that. I think we might even see some shuttlecraft flying around and maybe even like a probe flying towards the vessel. But one of the things is it's clear that some time has passed. Like there's at least been, hours or maybe a day or two with the station kind of catching up to what goes on. And there are probably a couple of new ships docked at the station as well. I would like to start with Bontali, if I can. Um, I think that you've been called up to Administrator Morale's office, and like we saw the office that you were given last time. Now that we come in, has anything changed? What have you done to personalize your office?
Literally nothing.
Okay.
It's I mean, there's some of my stuff. I travel light, but there's some of my stuff in here. Maybe a picture of my parents on the desk. But the previous Chief Zareth just left, and so all of his stuff is still here, and it was kind of a mess and very cramped. And so now it's even slightly more cramped with, I think I have like a plaque on the wall with my merits and things like that, and my degree. But I've just been too busy to tidy it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll see you passing through. Uh, like you've had a day or two. Do you feel a little more comfortable traveling? Are you still a little thrown off about the directions in this place?
Um, Bontali's a pro, so she has been up all night just studying the ins and outs of this place, making lists. She's a big list maker, so I've got lots and lots of lists of things that need doing in this station to really just bring it up to speed and make sure that we can accommodate all of the new folks. I haven't found a place for my fish tank yet, so I am carrying. I had hoped to maybe hit my quarters on the way up to see the administrator, so I am carrying a small fishbowl uh, with me. Maybe I have time to stop by my quarters. I don't know.
Well, I think not. I think you have to arrive at the administrator's office,
Right.
holding the fishbowl. You'll hit the button and you'll hear Miral say, "Come in, come in."
Uh, Administrator, Lieutenant Commander Bontali reporting for duty.
And I think you come in ready to say your name. You do that, and you'll realize that there's another person in the office. Uh, and you will see
I'm
Morales behind the desk, but there is a woman seated there, not in a Federation uniform,
I'm
who kind of swivels around. She looks like she's a trill, maybe?
I'm so sorry. Am I interrupting
No, no.
something, Administrator?
I was just finishing up with the captain, and this woman will kind of look at you and will say, "Is that a service animal?"
No, no. I adore the aquatic life from my home planet, so I always sort of bring a pet with
And
me.
carry it with you on duty. That's an
I
interesting custom.
apologize. I wanted to introduce my my pet.
And she'll stand up and she'll say, "I'm Captain Nur, uh, and I was just having a chat with the administrator. I did a lot of work with your predecessor. I hope that we'll be able to work together."
We will do our best to continue to accommodate you in any way we can. Can you give me a sense of sort of, it was not among the files that I saw. What sort of business are you in?
No, no, it wouldn't be in the files.
Ah, I see.
And Morale will go, Captain Nur is a free trader.
Oh, yes. My parents were free traders.
Oh,
Yes, which is how I chose this line of business.
I could certainly understand that. Well, if you're ever interested, you can come and visit me on my ship, the Grendel. So I
Will
would
you
be
be staying long?
and she'll look back at the administrator and will say, "We've got some things to work out. Uh, so maybe." And she'll pass you, and the administrator will gesture for you to sit.
Uh, is her proper title administrator or captain?
Yes, administrator.
Administrator.
Yeah.
Uh,
You probably, if like technically she could go by commander, but she is
Commander.
from the civilian side. So, though apparently she does have experience in Starfleet, but has transferred over to the civilian side and is the administrator of this vessel.
Okay. So who is, if I may ask, who's the highest ranking Starfleet officer?
Well, guess what? That would be you and Scilla. You are the two
Fantastic.
lieutenant commanders
All right.
on this ship. And there's no one of that rank or higher.
I think this is new for Bontali. She's never been on top. She's never been kind of in any sort of command. She I'll say I serve better when I'm like supporting someone else's mission. I can kind of manage projects, manage logistics, but it's got to be someone else's mission. So I think this is new territory for her. And she wants to see Administrator Morale as sort of a captain type figure, but I sense she's a little uncomfortable with the dynamic and the hierarchy
Yeah.
here.
Uh, so are you settling in okay?
How do I put this politely? Chief Zaref left a lot of information for me to sort through.
Chief Zaref was a man of many words.
I know I've read many of them. He was a prolific author, and his
Really?
book is still the yes, his book is still the textbook for logistics and shipping at
Uh,
Starfleet Academy.
uh, seriously, I thought that was just a brag.
No, he genuinely, I mean, look, there are some things that maybe we would say differently today, but yeah, it's still pretty good. No one knows more about shipping and logistics outside of the Alpha Quadrant than that guy. Honestly, it's an honor to fill his shoes.
You and Scilla are the ranking Starfleet officers. I hope that we will be able to work together to make sure that Starfleet and Federation interests are both maintained.
Of course, of course. Starfleet is here to support the Federation's mission as well as our own to learn new things.
And it does seem from your record that you've been a great serving officer. So I'll understand like if you don't want to step up into command decisions, that certainly you've got a strong history of being able to manage projects. And I don't want to pull you away from getting your hands on things.
Understood. I have no problem rolling up my sleeves, and I can talk to Lieutenant Commander Scilla. He can he and I can work out identifying where the Federation's responsibilities ends and where Starfleet's picks up.
You'd messaged me that you had a matter to discuss.
Um, it was not clear to me that you were not Starfleet, but since you are representative of the Federation, I will let you know only that I may have need on orders from the Federation to extend beyond my capacity as logistics officer here.
I was wondering when one of you would arrive.
I think the less we say about it, the better.
That is certainly uh if there are things that are need to know, I'll let you decide who needs to know. And if that's not me, all the more fine for it.
I see we have an understanding, Administrator,
Absolutely.
and I appreciate it.
Your fish seems a little rowdy. I'll let you go.
Thanks.
I want to cut from there to Scilla. You have, yes,
Yeah.
you have been alerted
Mhm.
that the ISC ambassadorial ship has arrived,
Okay.
that it has docked at the special juncture station with the space dock. They have prepared a specialized environment for the ambassador,
Mhm.
and uh, they have docked and entered into that. You've gotten messages from that, essentially text only to confirm that they are there, they
Okay.
are present,
Okay.
and they have told you that one of the representatives will be exiting to speak with you.
Very good. I will wear, well, not my dress uniform. I think this is not an official. Is this an official thing that I have to say hello, welcome to the Starfleet thing? Because that's the
It,
administrator's job, right?
well,
Is it?
at this point, the administrator has essentially said to you, as she sometimes
Ah,
does, "Oh, the ambassador's coming. You should go and greet them."
okay, in which case, I think it's dress uniform time. Okay, I like my dress uniform. Unlike many Starfleet uniforms, I like my dress uniform. It makes me look spiffy. I kind of like that.
And you will wait there outside of this area. This is a level you probably don't come down to. It's with the specialized atmospheres and things like that. There will be the sound of the sort of cycling airlock, and then the outer door will open. There'll be a weird chemically smell, and you will see this robotic figure in sort of bronze and gold, but with a spiffy jacket come out. Looks like an android or some kind of mechanical person. And they will look around and they will say, "Are you the person I am supposed to be meeting with?"
I am Lieutenant Commander Castor Scilla of the Eschaton Station. I am here to meet the diplomat of the ICC. Is that correct? Scilla knows.
Yes, I am the ISC emissary unit, Belak. Sorry, one Belak 3.
Then welcome to the station, Belak 3.
Yes, you have welcomed me. We assess that this has occurred. Now, is it time for the touring?
If you wish to have a tour of the station, I will gladly take you. Of course.
You do not have a particular agenda?
I have a few ideas. I would rather meet a person before giving them a tour of the station, because it needs to be fitted to the person and not just a standard tour. But is there something that would particularly interest you? And I'm curious, does this person, I'm going with person now, does it have feeling? Does he, she, do they have feelings?
They do not give
Okay.
you any kind of mental read, and you're not sure whether that's that they don't have them, or that they're too alien, or that there's something protecting them.
Okay. That is, well, I will continue to treat them obviously with
They will say, I
politeness.
would
Yes.
appreciate being shown around with an avoidance of anyone from the Lyran or Zinti governments.
Yes, that can be arranged.
Good.
Okay.
And they will move. This is very clearly a very well done android. They move smoothly. They move in a human way. It's just the design and the visuals are clearly, like, very obviously not human, could not pass for human, that kind of thing.
No, I didn't expect that too. I will ask them if there is any environmental requirements that I should be aware of.
No, this unit is assembled, built for operations in hostile environments.
I see. That is very good. I will have to alert you that we have certain restrictions on substances, and if you would permit me to scan you to make sure that there is nothing that will go against these restrictions. These are mostly for environmental purposes, so that we do not bring harmful substances or radiations into our station.
That seems reasonable. Please go right ahead.
Yeah, I will use my tricorder. Just basically, I'm not very good at this, but I think I can do a basic scan.
Yeah, let's have you make that roll. The tricorder gives you a trait to reduce the task, but it's 2d20, and let's say reason plus science.
Can I use medicine instead?
Do you have a thing that allow you? Because this is not.
No.
Okay.
I know.
Then reason plus science, I think, for this kind of scan.
Okay, as I said, I'm not very good at this. This is this is my worst combination. I have to roll a 9. And I roll 2d20.
Yep.
And do I get one for the tricorder, or does it just reduce?
Tricorder reduces difficulty, so it's just a difficulty of 1.
Okay, let's see. Maybe that sounds doable. But it's not. Nope.
So you will run the tricorder, and you don't pick up anything unusual on that.
Okay, that's fine. As I said, I'm not I'm not a scientist or anything. So
Well, doctor, will I live?
I have no capacity of ascertaining if you are in fact alive, but your status will continue as it is.
Ah, I get it. I get it. Excellent, 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 excellent. Well, let's walk around the
Yes,
station.
yes, let's do that. Is that, and I wonder, that's Caster wondering, it's not asking, but this repeating thing, is that a fault in the, does that seem a fault in the programming? Or is it on my side? Is it my translator?
Let's do insight plus command on that.
Okay, I'm slightly better at that. So it's still 2 dice, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do I have anything that would help me here? Smuggling.
No?
I doubt it.
No.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, well, come on. Yep, that's 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Your sense is, as you're interacting with them, that they are imperfectly programmed or explained on their side, that there must be something in their own language that involves a certain kind of repetition that the translator, however they've got it set up, is picking up, but not sure what to do with.
Okay. Okay, I will continue to ignore it, obviously.
Yep.
And then I will take them. I assume I'm not the only person around. I think I have at least some people with me.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. And you can always feel free, like you can always establish like characters, secondary characters, once we want to have some red shirts on the table for that.
Yep. So I have a red shirt with me just to say, and then I will take them on the basic tour, nothing security relevant. Maybe show them a part of the most, let's say, sanitary part of the promenade, not the full chaos.
One of the secondary view screens, not the one where they kind of are still kind of cleaning up after that little fight, that little scuffle. Yeah, they definitely will when they have a chance to kind of look at it from inside here at this distance. They will stop for a bit, and then they don't say anything, but they then kind of fall back into step with you. Yes.
I think I will ask them if they have been here before, if they have been told anything about this that they are willing to share.
No, nothing willing to share.
I see. Very good.
Ensign Gop. Let's consider, like, what has your sort of settling in day after this been like? Is it trying to find out like what the rules of trade are here? Is it more about trying to size up the engineering departments? Is it something else? What do you think?
From the moment Gop arrived on the ship, right, there was this engineering department that seemed to be in some state of disarray. But I do think, Gop is interested in that, but I do think, Gop had a little taste of the kind of area of the station where there's all the commerce that's happening.
Absolutely.
And I think Gop would naturally gravitate towards that environment as one, right? She's feeling a little unsettled right now. This is all new, and it's not exactly what she was even thinking it would be. But right, the area of commerce and the bustle that's happening there is right up the alley of a Ferengi. So I think just, she feels like it would help her to kind of, calm herself down to be, in that hubbub.
And I think there is, you are kind of getting set in there. Uh, uh, and at a certain point, you kind of found yourself in, I mean, this place is a confusing, delightfully confusing warren of stalls and things. Uh, and you will realize that you've walked into kind of a rough, maybe even dangerous part of the market. And there is a sudden realization that there are a couple of figures behind you that are eyeing you, uh, perhaps with ill intent. What do you do?
Um, are they, have I gotten
You
a
realized you kind of
visual on
walked down to kind of a dead end. You looked like there was another market stall down here. You kind of hit a dead end, and let's say a couple of those Rigelians
Uh-huh.
kind of coming up. Like, they saw the single pip, they saw a Ferengi. They
Hmm.
might even think that you stole that uniform. And it looks like they might be about to accost you.
Yeah, so I think GOP's play is to identify the market stall right, in close proximity that looks like it has the most expensive stuff to
Okay.
offer. And GOP will, start, really, acting very interested and, mention to the, should we make up like what they
Yeah.
are
What are
what
they
they are
selling?
um but they could be selling some well we've established that there are all these that there are people who have been seeking refuge right
Oh
at
yeah.
right so maybe some they a lot of them look like cheap artifacts of like various
Oh yeah.
places
To
but some of them
your
maybe
eye, I mean, these are being sold as antiques and relics and so on, but these are knickknacks and touristy objects and that kind of thing.
right.
Let's have you make a presence plus command here.
Okay.
Um,
So my presence is 10 and command is 3, so that's 13.
mhm.
I don't know that anything else. Um,
Yeah, no, I don't think that necessarily
yeah,
that the persuasion is going to work here. It's a
correct.
little more deceptive.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try, let's see how this works here. So, hmm. Uh, so did that show up on your end?
It is shown as hidden for me.
Okay, so I will reveal that, and
Okay.
there's one,
Okay.
and here goes my other one because my thing disappeared. I had
I'm sorry
set
about
up,
that.
yeah, so,
So
and
two
uh,
successes.
yeah,
So I think you will get the attention of this salesperson. I think you are loud about it. They come in, they do that thing where they no, come back here, Ferengi, come back. Let me show you. Let me serve you some tea. Come and sit with me. We'll talk about these things. And uh, where the shopkeeper clearly recognizes that you're in a bad position too, uh, and does the thing where they clearly make it clear that you need to buy something at least, and they will cover you here. Um,
Yeah, with the two successes, does that give any I didn't know what the difficulty was that I was
Difficulty two for this, and you
okay.
did it very successfully.
Yeah, I mean I think Gop will say, knowing that a little bit of the heat has been taken off of her, Gop will lean into the shop owner and say, I appreciate you showing this great hospitality. Those Rigelians, like, do you know anything about them?
We've got a lot of scattershot folk here on the station, people waiting for the opportunity to get at the megastructure. They are hangers about. A lot of them have been dropped off and their ships are elsewhere while they're waiting to hear what's going to happen. But everybody wants ears on the ground for this.
Oh, ears on the ground. I definitely
You
have.
appreciate
Right.
that.
She strokes her large ear and says, definitely have my ear to the ground. And I must say that I'm recently arrived at the station and I never forget a good business owner who has shown good business sense. So I trust that this will be the beginning of future transactions for us.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the rules of acquisition. And I hope to see you in my shop again under better circumstances.
Yes, and I certainly am hoping to have opportunity to survey your wares at a more leisurely moment.
And I think we'll see you walk out of there and head back out on the promenade. I think the camera does pan back a little bit as you leave, and we see Captain Nur, we saw in the scene with Bantali, like has clearly been watching from a distance this whole thing go down. So that's sort of the background shot. Lieutenant Duran, uh, let's let's figure out like with this thing that occurred. Where do we see you? Are you on a break in between analyses? Are you in the science lab again? Are you doing something else? What do you think we want to see for you?
Um, I wonder if we are still waiting for Administrator Morale to give the go-ahead to actually set foot upon the
Very
uh,
true. Yes.
the anomaly. So I think we see Duran look at his terminal out of the corner of his eye, waiting for that message to pop up with her kind of approval. And maybe there's stacks of stuff ready to go. So I think we see Duran doing some, you know, analysis with some, centrifuges and stuff like this. And I don't know, maybe, you know, I think actually what he's doing is analyzing a takeaway meal from one of the vendors in the
Okay.
promenade, trying to figure out exactly which spice or what ingredients have gone into it. Um, so there's an old-fashioned, notebook with loads of post-its and inserts and all this kind of stuff, which is his recipe book.
And
Um,
you'll hear a call from one of the people working the consoles. Lieutenant,
huh?
uh, again, this third probe we sent in, it goes in. It seems to handle its own telemetry, but when it gets within a certain distance of it, we're not getting any kind of sensor feed data out from it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not crashing or anything. It clearly is able to operate inside whatever zone is going on, but we're cut off from any kind of messaging from it.
I know I warned Morale 100 times that this was going to keep happening. This is completely in accord with our analysis of uh, uh, the fabric, let's call it that, of the station walls. Um, I mean, who wants to go with me on our first away mission whenever that happens?
Oh, everyone is vibrating with excitement there, and again, a mix of Starfleet and civilian personnel, though probably more civilian that are kind of talking, and uh, you will see Dr. Thulu, and what makes you think that you're going to get to make that decision?
Uh, well, I mean, I'm sure we'll come up with our own list, you and I. Um, I mean, I don't need to pick you. You're going to pick yourself, right?
Well, obviously,
Obvious.
this is an important matter. We need to get over there as soon as possible. You need to go and talk to the administrator and get her to lift this
And you know
embargo.
what? And you know what'll happen, Doctor? It'll be, oh, we have to send two security officers and we have to send an engineer who can make sure that we can get out if there's a problem with the shuttle, and we'll have to send, you know, someone to be in charge, and then there'll be like room for only four of us who can do the
I
actual work.
don't
It's
like this. Uh, I'm going to send a scoop out to see if we can pick up any of that material that was cast off from the object and see what we can find out about that.
yeah, I think um if you talk to our security officer, chief of security, I'm sure their weapon systems will have picked up, because I think they were worried about the explosion uh, coming in this direction. So maybe they have some telemetry.
Excellent, excellent. I will go into check with that. Although I do hate to. Well, security is fine. Engineering not so good. Yes. All right.
But we are at the mercy of bureaucracy, as usual.
And uh, you will get a call. Who is your friend in the bureaucracy? Like, who is your pal that kind of hooks you up when they know things?
So I think there is a petty officer, um, uh, petty officer White,
Okay.
um, who is, all of the important paperwork goes over their desk, so to speak. So they will often give me a heads up, if something interesting is coming through, and maybe I've just, um, asked them to keep me apprised when there's any movement on this very important request. And maybe there's dinner in it.
Yes.
Maybe there's an invite.
Uh, Petty Officer White, male, female, something else?
Uh, let's say female.
Okay. She will call you up, and she will say, so, there's still some sorry and brandy that you owe me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can find a good dish that will accompany it, but I mean, I can just give you it's only a demi-liter, but um,
You should get yourself cleaned up and ready and be hanging around down by the administration offices in the next couple of hours. Okay?
okay. I mean, that sounds like a black op. How exciting.
We'll see what exactly it is, but that is what my sources tell me.
Okay. Well, uh, send me send me what you feel like eating, or like just some kind of taste nodes you want to press, and We'll call it Saturday.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Uh, Let us do that Bontali Scilla interaction. Dan, you asked to do that essentially after this is sometime after
The administrator.
you've introduced yourself to the administrator and after Scilla has taken care of the ambassadorial duties. Scilla, where does Bontali track you down at?
I think I was just returning to the holding cells because I wanted to speak to that Klingon who had this weird episode, I think. But I'm used to being pulled away from the things I really want to look at. I'm a patient person. So
Bontali?
Lieutenant Commander Scilla.
yes, Lieutenant Commander Bontali.
We haven't had a chance to properly meet. I think you and I are the two highest ranking Starfleet officers on this station.
Yeah. Yes, I'm very glad that you are here, actually.
Why is that?
Because before your predecessor was a lovely person, and I'm not disparaging him. But when it came to decision processes, he was not. He was a very careful man, and I do not mind someone being careful. But there's careful and there's glacial.
Understood. I can be very efficient when I want to be. Though sometimes in logistics, it's better to take one's time with things too.
Yes, the same thing is true for security, but sometimes you need to make a decision faster.
Are we getting a captain, or is there any move to install a greater Starfleet presence here?
I have written several missives to Starfleet Command and have not gotten a conclusive reply more than, yes, we'll put it under consideration. And our captains are currently involved in the war effort. As soon as somebody needs shore leave, recovery time, you might have one, but hasn't happened so far. And since now we have the Eschaton, the anomaly out there, who knows? Who knows what will happen? Maybe we'll finally get an engineer, a chief engineer. That would be lovely.
I mean, there's the science folks are sending probes out, wasting them like crazy. There just seems to be a lot of chaos here, and I just feel like a stronger Starfleet presence would maybe restore a bit of order. That administrator, she seems perfectly capable, but I don't really trust her. Do you?
The administrator is doing the best that she can with the resources she has.
I see.
This is not to disparage her, but it is a resources. We have a resources problem. We have people, we have a lot of, and this is me speaking from a security viewpoint, we have a lot of people on the station who do not come here with best intentions. I do not have enough people to take care to impose a larger security presence, to discourage them from trying things. I think you will find that you might run into the same problems if you can solve some of these resource problems, which I think as a logistics person, you are perfectly poised to do.
You are speaking my language,
please.
Commander. Yeah.
Please. I can give you a list of things that I would like to have for the security of the station. I cannot speak to anything else. Maybe I have some medical experience, but our medical officer went off and he didn't provide us with a list. Of course.
That's at the top of my list. Clearly, sourcing a new medical personnel is crucial.
Yes.
I love lists, and I love to find the resources that they need. So help me. I'd be happy to do it. I'm also going to go down and talk to sciences about maybe easing up on the number of probes they're sending out.
I think they really want to figure out what's going on with this thing, and I think Starfleet is interested in this as well. I don't think we want to lose the impetus here.
Okay,
Um,
I
but
understand.
I can offer you though. So most of my people have some medical training.
Great.
And while we're spread thin, I can probably make some room for people to help out in the medical station. A lot of the emergencies we have here are bar fights and people being impolite in a physical way to each other.
You know, I appreciate that, but I think there comes a point when we have to work with what we have, and there
Mhm.
comes a point when we really need to demand more because we are under a lot of strain.
Yes, I would totally agree. I will just put it on the table. I will give you a list of people you might pull
Okay.
in
And,
in case of any actual emergency happening.
and there will come the voice of the computer saying to Commander Scilla, Lieutenant Commander Montali, please report to the administrator's office. And Lieutenant uh, Keel, please report to the commander's office. And I think we'll cut to the three of you. And Gop, I have to have you out on this scene, but we'll get get a character in here for you in a moment. Uh, there may be one or two other people, but it's primarily you three there. Uh, and Miral is looking over some notes, and she will say, "So I don't want to send any civilians over to the megastructure until we've gotten it checked out. Uh, I really don't want to like have people die and like they're not Starfleet. I don't mean I don't Starfleet people to die, but you get
Thank
my
you.
meaning. Um,
Yes.
so I have decided that we are going to send a team of Starfleet officers over to check out the megastructure. Uh, I'm informing you, Bontali, Scilla, you're both welcome to go. But Lieutenant Keel, you're the highest ranking Starfleet science person. So it's in your hands to determine your away team.
Um, well, thank you, Administrator. Uh, can I lodge a protest on behalf of Dr. Sulu?
Oh, I believe that
Um,
protest has already been lodged. I
well,
pre-wrote it and put it in my notes.
well, can you
Yes, yes,
append my
yes. You did this
name?
under duress. You did this under
Uh,
duress. I understand.
well, I'm not under duress. I'm just trying to be fair to my colleague. He is s-
He is a
Lentus, if I can use.
civilian, and there is no way I am letting a member of my family wander over into that place as things stand without us getting a sense of things. I
Uh,
know he is going to be upset, and I am going to take this opportunity to avoid talking to him at any possible instance. So just note that this is how we're going to do this.
well,
Uh,
Administrator, I'm hurt that you don't think that I'm part of your family.
I think
Uh,
you're part of my family, but you're Starfleet. That's a very different part of my family.
I see. I see.
There are babes and there are adults, and you are an adult.
Well, now I'm even more disappointed. Uh, I was sure I was a babe. Um, okay. Commanders, do you want to tag along?
I have a lot of work I need to do here on the station. I think I've got a shuttle pilot among my operational crew who I think could help you out, though,
Oh.
that I'll assign to this away mission.
Well, I had my eye on Ensign Gop, who has flight credentials and is also engineering. So that'll kill two birds with one stone, and then we can bring more scientists.
That's fair. Let me look at my team and see who I might assign.
Sorry, Commander, you misunderstand me. I am bringing Gop to fill two roles on the mission. So
Are you
if
saying
you want
you
to come
don't want,
along, I'm not
you
going to
don't need,
stop you.
are you saying you don't need anyone from the operations team on this mission?
Well, you're very busy, and I wouldn't want to take someone away from you.
I see. I can decide the resource allocations for my team.
Great. Commander Scilla? Sorry.
Scilla. Yeah, I think I will tag along to assess the situation. I am not a scientist, but I have good instincts.
Great.
And a phaser, she says.
And a butler, yes.
Get your teams together. Do it quickly before word spreads too fast, and let's do it a little bit on the QT, shall we?
Sorry, Administrator, you mean that Dr. Sulu doesn't know? So you've put in that letter on his behalf. Have you CC'd him on it?
Sometimes the computer, as you know, is a little persnickety. I have put it into the queue.
Well,
Isn't that nice?
I can definitely help you with your computer problems. Um,
And I could assign another person to manage this team.
you could try, but I think that would be unusual. It wouldn't help to have both senior scientists on board this science station pissed off at you.
All
Miral.
right, let's have a roll here, Duran. Let's have you do presence plus command.
Yeah. I mean, I think, is this negotiation?
This definitely is negotiation.
Okay. Which I had established as a past host focus last time.
Okay.
So that is 11-2, I think.
Yep. So this is your
Uh,
second use of that remains for the rest of the adventure. So yeah, you still have that one.
yeah. So let me roll those two dice. So there's one success and a complication.
I think that there is a bit where she makes it clear that she could slow everything down. She could. She will talk about her mastery of bureaucracy. She will talk about that in a way that goes on a bit, and she says, I want us to be able to go to the megastructure. So the sooner you get this taken care of, the sooner you can get your entire team over there, Lieutenant.
Absolutely, Administrator.
Good. We have an understanding. Take any secondary personnel you need to, but please be safe. And yes.
So I think what I'm going to do is, you know, contact Ensign Gop myself, and then just pick, 4 or whatever the number is of science personnel who'll
I
go
would
along.
take another security personnel, actually, because this might actually be dangerous.
Are you going to give up a scientist to take another security person, Lieutenant?
I think I have to take the advice of our
Okay,
security chief. So, as predicted, we'll have to take along two science
right.
officers.
So Keel, Gop, Scilla, and Bontali is not going. So you want to make up a secondary character, Dan?
Yeah, I'll just be. I was thinking pilot, but I'd forgotten about GOP. So I can be a security red shirt, I think.
Okay, can establish a new character for that. Uh, we can do that secondary character when we come back. Let's take 10 for our first break, and then we'll investigate the megastructure. So let me start with this question here. Jiran, what does the shuttle bay for Eschaton Station look like? Is it like a giant, like Death Star size long one? Is it one small one filled with boxes? Is it something else? Like, is it like a double wide? Like, what do you think we see there, Jiran?
Um, I think it's an entire layer, down in the bowels, as it were, of the station. And so I think what we have is maybe six or eight different, um, you know, launch bays, pointing out on the radial from this gigantic kind of, maintenance hangar that is the shuttle bay proper.
Absolutely. And uh Gop, uh you get you've agreed to go on this mission, been assigned to it. Uh Tell me, uh get down in here. There are several shuttles. The station has to have multiple of these for going out and doing external stuff, and things. But you also see the captain's yacht here. Uh, what is striking about that? What does that look like?
Uh, about which captain? The captain.
It's the captain's yacht that is on the station,
Oh,
which seems very odd to you.
so um, I think what strikes me as strange is that um, it it has borrowed the appearance of some other famous starships, but has kind of right. So you look at the exterior and there's stuff that really doesn't make sense from an engineering point of view, but it's kind of clear. Oh, that's from right the ship, right? There are these little kind of quotations, right, that the ship is making.
And I think you'll realize as you're looking at this, this must be the captain's yacht from an actual former captain who must have, like having a hot rod in his garage,
Hmm.
worked on this captain's yacht for years, and then couldn't take it when he retired. So it has sat here.
Hmm.
Uh, Scilla, Scilla, uh, what what does it's a new season, new episode. What does
Mhm.
a shuttle or runabout for Eschaton Station look like? Is there anything that's different about it? Is it classic, closer to a classic shuttlecraft? Is it more like a runabout from DS9? Is it something else?
I mean, I like the runabouts, right? The runabouts are fun. So I think it is a little it's a little sleeker.
Okay,
It has taken, I think it has, somebody had looked at the Defy and said, what if this was a runabout? It's kind of a bit flatter. It has shields, as the runabout did. It has warp drive. It also has some basic weaponry. Yeah, it also is kind of infected with the AI.
okay,
Also,
absolutely. I think there is a bit of having to say please before the shuttle will open.
yeah.
Uh, and Bantali, What here do you see that you're like, "Mm, not now, but somewhere down the line, we're going to be able to make use of that. Like that's something here, logistics wise, that we've got to.
There is an amazing loader. It's very un-Star Trek like. Maybe it came actually from a different culture, so it wasn't Starfleet's, but it's here now. But it's been broken forever. And I know at some point I'm gonna really need to make use of that loader once I can get it fixed.
It's one of those ones that is built to compact itself down small so it can move and actually move through potentially hallways, but can expand out and has a significant carrying capacity.
Yes. Lowell, I would like to make use of my role benefit when the
Okay.
time is right. I can add a trait to something without any cost.
Okay.
And I'm thinking I want Bantali lost the opportunity to put someone on her team to on this away mission, but she needs to gather some intelligence.
Okay.
And so I'm wondering if she's been given a piece of equipment that she can install surreptitiously on the shuttle,
Like a recording device or
like
listening
a recording
device?
device.
Okay.
Yeah, just to gather intelligence data.
Okay. That seems fine. Uh, Dan, who are you going to play?
I've been working on a little security officer here.
Okay.
Her name is Elena Santos. Um, she's mostly security, but she's double majored in linguistics too, because it's always good to have a linguist around.
Okay.
I need one more focus, but her two focuses so far actually will give her like I don't know our phaser in linguistics. She's min-maxed towards fitness and security, but also has a 3 in science.
Okay. Excellent. So yeah, we see Elena, Scilla, Keel, Gop, and a couple of other actors in the background. We maybe don't get a shot of their face on. Uh, but load up. Um, Skilla, anything we should know about your preparations security wise? Like, what do we see you carrying?
I think, let me think about that because this is foreign territory, right?
Yeah.
So I think what I'm carrying is the standard kind of phaser, tricorder. I will also take some kind of weapon, probably a saber. You never know when you need something like that. And I will
Okay.
take a grenade and smoke grenades and stuff like that.
Take a grenade, like like an explosive grenade.
Like, yes,
Okay.
explosive.
I will take a point of threat then.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Do that.
Absolutely. Keel, what do we see about your preparations for this?
Yeah, I think this is really about all of the various sensor devices we can pull in. Maybe uh, maybe one of the members of Dr. Sulu's staff who he had kind of lent to us, we see like passing over a device that they had created just for this. Um, Maybe we see that civilian member dressing up in a Starfleet uniform
Okay.
because they're the best person to apply this. Um, I'm not sure if this will pass muster with our security officer, but
Skilla, if you notice that Keel seems to be sneaking on potentially a civilian, what do you say?
I will look at him and say, you know we're only supposed to take Starfleet personnel, right? Is he trained for an emergency? Can he follow orders? Can they follow orders?
I'm sure. I mean, our mission is to
Yes,
assess
but
the device.
yes, but this is unknown territory, Lieutenant Kill. there could be an emergency. If you are not certain that this person can follow emergency procedure and orders,
I
he
can
cannot
follow emergency
come.
procedures.
Obviously,
I can. I got it. I'm on it. I took the training course.
well, I'm an empath, right, Kenny?
Yeah, like he's enthusiastic. He's like he has been preparing for this kind of thing. You know, this is the
Yeah,
kind of
but
person
the question is, can he follow orders and stay down when something interesting is happening?
he's scared of you. So yes,
Okay,
you think he can probably follow
okay,
orders.
okay. In that case, okay. And I will look at him, give him a very serious look over, and say, "What's your name, son?
Boyd,
Boyd or Lloyd?
Boyd.
Boyd. Okay, Mr. Boyd. I'm keeping my eye on you."
Does that to you, Keel?
And I don't know if we're loading all of this stuff onto the runabout, and it's like, oh, what's that? Or I'm sure I'm not keeping track of exactly the new upgrades to this runabout. So
Absolutely. Ensign Gop, what is your attitude being being brought onto this historic mission?
Well, I'm happy to get out of the squabbles of engineering. That's for sure. I mean, and I'm, I was pleasantly surprised that somebody noted my abilities at the helm. And this sounds perfect to me. Is the runabout is it an actual Starfleet runabout
Yeah,
or it is? Yeah.
yeah.
So that also like well, and thank goodness, right? At this kind of you know somewhat rundown station
Yeah.
that we have like some Starfleet equipment here
This is
now.
probably the only runabout.
Mhm.
Everything else is shuttles,
Yeah.
and the captain's yacht.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so I mean I think that when Gop, kind of appears already on the pad, right? She's kind of looking at the specs of the runabout. She already kind of knows about this type of ship, but she's kind of reminding herself of the capabilities and specifications of the this small vessel. And yeah, I mean I think that she definitely has a kind of spring in her step as she kind of steps on. I mean, she feels I'm going to be serving a purpose that I'm set up for, right? I can pilot this vessel.
Absolutely. We'll see everyone settle into their positions. We will see the runabout lift off from the pad, goes through that force field out into space, and we will see you approaching the megastructure. We probably get some great CG shots of it turning in space. We see the planet in the background as you're coming in, and we get now kind of a closer look at this one section that is that bubbled surface, opaque, kind of milky crystalline in places, like a milky soap bubble in different layers, and uh, we'll move forward towards this opening and uh, head on in, and it's large. The thing that will strike you is as you move in, like it could certainly multiple ships of this size could pass through here at the same time. Maybe a larger vessel, another scale level up, could enter into here. The segment, the bubble seemed to burst and things broke away. But as you come up here and are looking at it, the edges of the hole are not jagged at all. They are smooth.
Are we the only ones here?
What do you mean?
I mean, there are civilian ships, right? And people who are interested in this. I just wanted to know if there's somebody else who hadn't taken an interest and wasn't willing to wait for Starfleet to make any kind of decisions.
Oh, let's have you make a roll with your ship systems here. So I think science plus reason for the scan.
No, that I'd rather ask one of the scientists actually to do the scan because I'm not that good at that. And that's what they're for, right?
Scilla wonders, and I
Yeah.
tap at the sensor array.
Okay. Then let's have you make that roll.
So reason plus science, you said?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And sensor operations as a focus?
100%.
Okay. So it is 16.5. So that's one success and another 20 for you, Lois.
Okay. So you're getting weird mixed signals.
Does he get a ship's dive, by the way?
Not with the shuttlecraft on this. You will get the sense that there's some weird radiation trails here. You're not entirely certain if maybe another ship has managed to slip in, or if, in fact, this is just radiation from the area itself. Does that seem like a fair answer?
It's suitably ambiguous.
Absolutely.
So I think I'll, Commander, I'm not sure we know enough about the anomaly yet to rule out any other visitors, but let's keep our eyes open.
Gop,
But
go on.
But we don't have any conclusive evidence that somebody's here, which is an information in of itself. Thank you very much.
Gop, there is a moment where you're approaching and you seem to cross some kind of threshold, and there's a shift in the gravity. Suddenly there's a shift in this, and you are falling towards the object. As well, sensors have gone down. A lot of the standard ship's automations and telemetry goes out, and suddenly you have to take the manual controls to pilot this thing in. So this, I think, is probably control plus con.
Okay, control plus con, and does my well, I have helm operation and also small craft.
Small craft is what's applicable here.
Okay. And you said again, this is going to be
control plus con.
Okay, so that's 11 plus 4, so that's 15.
15/4.
Yep.
Yes.
And I think I programmed this in, so let's see if this works.
So that's 2 successes. The critical on the 4, the miss on the 18. So tell me what you're like. What do we see, Gop, when you affirmatively take charge of piloting this? Alerts are going off. There's a moment where the inertial dampeners and all of that kind of switch around. What do we see?
Yeah, I think what you see is that GOP is ready for this, right? I mean that kind of GOP was, she had one hand poised, right, to take the helm and is, says, whoa, um, you know, the gravity is hitting us. But I'm bringing her under control. But no need, no need to panic, right? It's going to be a little rough, going to be a little turbulent, but we're fine. We're fine.
And you will get it steadied, set, kind of balanced out, and you will come in to a larger uh, 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 area there. And it looks like there's segment that goes downwards from here as you kind of get inside the skin of the bubble, that like you could go further down, but up ahead it looks like there's kind of a flat plateau that looks, for all intents and purposes, like a landing pad of some kind there. And I think we'll see there's an iridescence from the walls that provides a little bit of light, but we'll also see the runabout's lights going on. And to GOP, you can bring it down. Sensors locally will tell you that it is solid enough to support the weight of the runabout.
And GOP will kind of assess things and then say, Lieutenant, Commander, there seems to be a place where I could set her down. Is that your wish?
Proceed. I'll turn to Lieutenant Kill. What's the atmosphere here? Can we beat this?
Yeah, I don't think there's even necessarily a roll here unless you'd like to generate some momentum. Difficulty 1. Jerron?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that. I'm just
It's
doing
a first
fancy
session.
stuff for Scilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I can't roll 20 3 times in a row, right?
We'll find out. So
Okay.
reason plus science. Sensor operations is a focus.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that again. Wow.
That's 4 successes.
4 successes, okay.
So if you want, you can put 3 in the momentum pool, or you can ask additional questions after I tell you that it's not completely identical, to your breathable atmosphere. The proportions are slightly off. It is breathable. You wouldn't want to stay in here without some kind of oxygen supplement for more than a day or two.
Yeah, so maybe when I set foot out there, I can use my quick survey talent to, like, when I breathe it in, I can maybe ask a question. Is that fair?
Absolutely.
Or
And you've got 3 momentum. You can ask questions with that too.
yeah. So I think the quick survey is, my first breath.
Okay.
Like,
So we've
does
landed,
this
you've done your sensors, you confirmed, opening the doors, stepping
yeah.
out. Go on.
So I wonder, like, does this feel like any species homeworld that I've previously been on? Does this feel like a signature breathable atmosphere from anywhere else?
Not precisely. One of the oddnesses about it is super dry. Like, you're detecting almost no moisture at all, which you're used to, like ship systems putting a little bit of moisture in the atmosphere that's just necessary. There's also kind of a weird, almost like a ozony kind of electrical smell here.
Okay.
That's your quick survey. Do you want to ask another
Yeah.
question?
I wonder. Could I set up a trait based on this sensor sweep?
Yeah.
Like,
Take
like
2 of this
a,
momentum and you can set up a trait.
yeah, so maybe something like, I don't know, a map or a schema for this level. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
And then we put the third one in the momentum pool.
I wonder, once we've entered the trip, I would like to do the better side thing, like trying to sense if there's any intelligence besides us here. I think we're few enough people. I will distance myself a little from Boyd. He seems very excited. But like seeing if there's anything else here. I will tell, look, what's her rank? Lieutenant, right? I will tell whatever her rank is sent us to keep an eye on Boyd and that I'm doing this now.
All right. Let's do insight plus command.
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong character. Okay, insight plus command. That's 14. Yeah, I think my won't help. Oh, that's a well, I have one success. Yes. It's just one success.
So I think what you realize is that at least in the local area, in the immediate surroundings to you, you're not detecting anything, but you're also realizing there's a lot of weird energy interference here. And there's a certain the place is large.
Okay. Okay.
What do we see our intrepid security assistant Santos doing?
I think she's just providing cover for these science nerds who are wandering haphazardly into a potentially hostile, likely hostile place. But she does her duty and she doesn't say anything. Obviously, because of her interests, she's looking around to see if there's any kind of inscriptions or writing or anything like that that she can see.
Let's have you roll reason plus science.
That's 12.
I'll have you do the linguistics as a focus there.
Oh,
So
yeah. Yep. Standby. Problems. Oh. Sorry, I need to reload D-Dice. There we go. One success.
One success. As you kind of move forward, you realize there are a couple of like entryways out of this area. It definitely feels like there is, I mean, there was definitely some force field that's keeping the atmosphere in, in that classic shuttle way, a couple of exits, and you move over towards the walls. There's no flat surfaces here except for maybe the floor. Everything else is angled and curved. And you will see that you can tell that there's some detail below the surface of the walls. Maybe it's a display that can be activated of some kind. Maybe it's language. It's at least at this point, it's hard to tell. Does that feel okay with with one success?
Yeah, I think Santos, always eager to help, points this out to Lieutenant Kyle.
Yeah, and I think Duran almost notices Santos for the first time, like maybe her phaser has dropped a little bit and she's like looking with actual interest at something that isn't a threat, and that attracts his attention. And yeah, I think I'll look at the wall very carefully, and then maybe like not not being too cautious. I'll reach out and touch the wall. Um, because sometimes, I mean, sensors can't tell you everything is one of my values. So
Okay.
um, get a feel for um, what's going on here. Is this
Uh,
like decoration or a big sign? Yeah.
I think we're back again to reason and science here.
Okay. Um, and I also have a focus of linguistics. So yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I'll roll that. I think I'm going to spend a momentum.
Okay.
So I'll have generated some.
Is it possible to assist
Yeah.
with?
So the way that assist works is if you describe kind of how you're helping, you can roll with your stats 1d20 to add to their potential successes.
Right. I mean, because I'm just wondering if GOP's engineering, I mean, right, GOP.
I think that would be a separate role, distinct from the sort of the linguistics examination that Keel
Yeah,
is doing. But we'll come
yeah,
to that in a second here
yeah.
because you are the engineer.
Okay.
So let's
Yeah.
do Keel first.
Okay. So that is one, two, three, four successes.
4 successes. So uh, I'm going to tell you, and then you get 2 extra successes. It definitely feels like there are like etchings or microcircuitry or something in the crystalline below the surface. It doesn't look like it is writing, but it definitely feels like it's a way to display messages or, present things out. It's very, very fine-tuned. It's almost like every kind of bit of the surface is a display, is could be, transformed to, change the presentation or visual or something like that. You have 2 momentum to ask additional questions or put in the pool.
Um, yeah, I think I'll wonder out loud to Santos, like good instincts, and then I'll say we got to figure out how to turn this thing on. But I think I think I'll bank this momentum.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh,
and yeah, put a pin in this one to come
okay.
back to.
And then
Shouldn't we try to figure out what it does before we turn it on? Wouldn't that be more of a scientific method than just blindly turning everything on?
Well, I think we can surmise its purpose. It's not a death ray. So, yeah.
Ensign Gop, you said you wanted to like apply your engineering here. Like, what do we see you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think, GOP is looking at this not from that linguistics point of view, but just, kind of looking at this in terms of it's a built structure, right? And it's not natural, and there must be a purpose behind it. It seems like, we know that this object I mean, it has a somewhat stable orbit going on, so there must be kind of energy working here. So I mean, I think GOP is, mystified, but it's like, I think GOP even gets down on like, on the floor, sometimes gets down on the hands and knees to kind of take a close look at things, and also, kind of just the surfaces, and is trying to get a kind of sense of, how is this put together? What kind of energy um, source and or kind of pathways are
Yeah.
are operating?
reason plus engineering.
Okay. And okay, so reason plus engineering. I'm wondering, and you can spend a momentum to.
You can spend a momentum to give yourself an extra D20.
I think I might do that.
Okay.
So I have reason is 7, and engineering is 4.
Yeah.
I don't think any of my focuses are
I
really.
don't think so.
Yeah. All right. So
3D20 needs 11s or less.
did it only do 1?
Only did 1.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll just do 2 more then. But
Absolutely. Got 1
I got a
success.
4. And let me see if I can get this one to work. No, wait. Ugh. All right. Wait a minute. I'll go back here. All right.
Got 2 successes and a complication. So what is it you want to know, Gob?
I think what I want to know is there a way to activate something around here? Like, is there, I mean, is there a button to push? Or, I mean, is there some way to kind of, I mean, can I get a sense of like how
It's
the energy?
definitely in low energy mode. Like, it doesn't look like here on this sort of shuttle thing is the place to reactivate it. At very minimal power. Like, and one of the things you know is that there's been a signal broadcast from the megastructure as a whole. It definitely doesn't feel like, given the amount of power that's coming out from here, being in here, doesn't feel like this is the section that's broadcasting that. Does that feel like a fair answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also do think I have this other one of my talents is untapped potential. Whenever you succeeded a task for which you bought 1 or more additional dice, I roll D20 after the roll. Do I need to do that at this point?
Is it a reroll or a?
No, what it does is if I roll equal to or less than the chosen attribute, I gain 1 momentum. If I roll higher, I add a threat instead.
Okay, please roll a D20 then.
Okay.
Your reason is 7. Look at you, adding momentum to the pool. Did you take off the momentum that you spent?
No, I did not.
Okay,
So
okay.
So we could just
we'll go
we
down
could just
3.
call
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Scilla. We're kind of setting up. They're moving around. They're checking things out,
Looking
examining
for
the
buttons to
walls.
push, yes. When you said that, I sensed that there was a lot of energy, right? When I tried to sense stuff,
I said that it was background radiation, essentially.
Oh, okay, but I don't sense radiation. I sense emotions and feelings.
Right. I'm saying that kind of creates an interference pattern that we have here. I'm giving you
Okay.
the failure there.
Okay.
Giving you some rationale for that.
Okay. I'm fine. So this is not okay. So I think what I'm doing is I'm trying to herd. I think I'm trying to keep all of them in roughly the same area to prevent Mr. Boyd from wandering off, and to just stay alert.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
To whatever for whatever might happen. Also, try to see if this door we came in through starts to close.
So you came in through a large opening. You've landed here on what effectively is kind of a cliff, a flat cliff, and some of it drops down. It does look like where this kind of cliff plateau that is some kind of landing pad you've landed on. There are a couple of doorways that are open out of this room, out of this large space.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I think, what do I want to do? I want for everyone to not wander off. That's what I want to do. But no, that's what I want other people to do. I will not wander off myself,
Okay.
but I will just check out the perimeter, like
Okay.
look at the various entrances if there's something moving there, or if something happens when you come close or something.
Let's say, how about reason plus security here? You're kind of checking out, looking for dangers, for traces, for things, that kind of thing, in the kind of
Yeah.
classic way. Does that seem fair?
Mostly I'm following my gut on this, really. Like what seems dangerous here. I'm moving more with insight, I think, than with reason, but I'm
Well,
happy
if
to
we
both
had
either.
people there,
Yeah.
and you're
Okay.
interacting with them, then
Mhm.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Do I have anything that will help me here? I don't think so. No. I'm a very people-focused character. Nah. Nah.
So I think one of the things you're looking around, this place is so, in some ways, you are a people person, and you've been around on a station with people for so
Mhm.
long, and it's kind of weird being in an area
Yeah.
where there's just a handful of people. That's the
Mhm.
handful of their voices pressing in on you.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd think that would be relaxing, but it's really
Uh, you, though, will hear a sound, like a tone, and it's strong enough that it carries out. You're not sure how far away it is. Again, this place is weirdly crystalline. Things might echo and so on. But you can definitely tell that it has come from one of those, like, doorway, hallway kind of openings out of here.
I would like to would like to call Anson Gob over because Ferengi have very good hearing. And I would like for Anson Gob to tell me that this is really a sound or if this is just something different that I'm sensing. And B, if she has any idea what would make that kind of sound.
I think, Ensign Gop, you can definitely tell it definitely is a sound like there was some kind of chime or alert that went off just briefly in the distance.
Yeah, and Gop, hears it and says to Scilla, "Did you do something to set that off?
I am not
Did you
aware that
push a button or?"
I did not push a button, but I moved in front of this entrance. Maybe it is an alert system.
It's hard to tell. It's very faint, but I can nonetheless hear it clearly.
Well, if I can
Should
hear it, you should be able to hear a lot more.
should we go down? I mean, if we got closer, we would probably pick
Yeah,
up.
I think we have something that is happening here, and I'd rather see what's making that noise or sound and figure out why it's doing that than wait around here until something comes up and we figure out it too late. We figure it out too late.
We'll see you two kind of very carefully,
I
cautiously.
will I will tell Lieutenant Santos that what we're doing, right? And we're not running away without letting people know. But you should,
Okay.
yeah.
We walk down the hallway a little bit. Again, large, wide, curving. It doesn't go in a straight line at all. It even it's a slow curve, but it's still a curve. And you come out into, like, it's a larger, like, gallery hall. You can see that there are bubbles of various different colors that are gently floating around in the air, kind of drifting about. No harsh colors, all very kind of light pastel colors, but definitely in the spectrum. A couple of them you can't quite make out the colors. You suspect they're in outside of your visual frequency. But the thing that will draw Gop, Scilla, your eyes is you will see that there is a more angled crystal thing here that as you approach, it's more translucent. And as you get closer, you will see that it's about 6.5 feet high, a couple of feet, maybe a meter plus wide. And as you approach, kind of look at it, the light will kind of get the right angle, and you will see that there is a humanoid figure inside this enormous crystal.
Oh.
Let's take our second break. Take 5, and we're going to come back. So I'm going to tell you, Scilla, something you will know with your Betazoid capacity here, and then I want to kind of do that cut forward. But as we come back from commercial break, and everybody's kind of standing around the crystal thing, if that's okay. Scilla, you will sense that there is a living being there. There is a person conscious there. You're not able to get their thoughts, but you're able to detect them. Like you can sense, yes, there is someone who is alive inside there.
Do you have any idea about their emotional state?
They don't seem to have an emotional state as far as what you're picking up is.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So there is this large crystalline thing with this human figure, again, kind of obscured, slightly translucent, slightly milky, that you have come upon. Keel.
Well, let's see what we can see before we crack this open. And I look across at Scilla because I'm a little bit joking.
I will have told you about the sense that I got from them in there, and that they don't seem to have any emotional state that I can detect.
Well, is that unusual for people in stasis? If that is what this is?
If that is what this is, no. But I do not know if that's what it is. And of course, there are people whose state of emotions I cannot detect.
Throw a glance at Ensign Gop, I think, at that point.
Yes.
Yes. For people at home.
Yeah, just for the people at home who might not know that Ferengi, that Betazoids can't feel Ferengi.
Keel.
Yeah, I think we have arrived on Keel as our pronunciation.
That's the way I've been saying it.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. Well, yeah, let's out with the tricorders and see if we can ascertain exactly what's going on here.
All right. So I think the tricorder will offset the difficulty of the crystal here. So let's have you make that reason plus science roll here. Do you have tricorder operations?
I do have tricorders.
Of course you do.
Tricorders, computers, and sensor operations, because
science.
Those are all. So yeah, I guess that is 16.5 again. Let me take one from the momentum pool.
Okay.
And see what we can see. That looks like 5 to me. Just
Okay.
criminal.
So it's humanoid. It's not a life form that's in your uh database. Like it isn't a species that you recognize. Uh, it definitely has a strange energy signature to it that is unusual. Uh, um, now you've got some 3 additional momentum to ask questions or throw in the pool.
Yeah. I wonder, I guess my question really is the technology here the same as we saw, in this kind of display that uh, Santos and I and Gop were examining? Like, is there a common linguistic root here?
When you say the technology, what are you referring to?
Sorry, the crystal that's holding this person. Yeah.
The crystal that's holding this person, that seems a reasonable question. You're going to have 2 momentum after this. Definitely shares structural similarities. It is more angled, which does suggest it has like a different function to it. Uh, so uh, you can see that.
Um, and I wonder if could I create a trait like what do we call it, like a Rosetta Stone or kind of an interface key for kind of all of this technology, so that maybe we've got a better chance of interfacing
Well,
with it.
so yes, you can create a trait, and I think Rosetta Stone is a good way to put that because that is one of the traits that will get locked in as one of the sets of clues for you to eventually, Brindlewood Bay style, come to a hypothesis about this in the long run. You're going to be building up a set of those traits here, both today and in future sessions. So yeah,
Okay.
if the map of this level and the Rosetta Stone will work as traits towards that, they will become clues.
Okay. Uh, awesome.
Uh,
For the science,
for the
our battle
sides.
cry.
Yeah. So let's see. So that's going to cost me that, and that's going to cost me that. So I will spend 4 points from my threat pool. Santos. Uh, you are observing this, but you're also keeping an eye. Scilla, is focused on trying to sense things, but you're kind of at the perimeter. Uh, you
I
will.
believe I've also been given orders to keep an eye on the civilian among us.
Absolutely. He's probably over there kind of watching around. He's got instruments that he's setting up. Boyd is getting that ready. You will sense movement and uh there is a weird kind of shimmering in the air. You're not sure if something transported in or they had some kind of cloaking field or just a visual distortion, but you will see. I'm going to uh, 3 things approaching. I spent so much threat
Can I
because
just quickly ask, these are not reinforcements or reversal,
I
right?
spent so much threat because Scilla has a talent that forced me to spend so much threat. As I was saying. NPC tab, top row. There, they are these stone-looking things hovering off the ground. They are more milky white than the black gray that is there. They have a limb that is extended, and they are moving towards you, and uh, you will see one of them lower their limb and point it at you. What do you do, Santos?
I say, I say it, I nearly shout. I don't shout, but I nearly say, halt, identify yourselves,
They do not halt
or identify themselves.
or identify themselves.
Uh, I fire a warning shot up in the air, and I say, stop.
Would you please make a fitness plus security roll?
Yes, I will. Fitness plus security is 14. I believe.
Does de-escalation work?
No, not for
Nope.
what's
I
happening
think this is
here.
the opposite.
Yep. Too late for that.
Yeah, that's 2 successes then.
You will, and you're probably a little further along from where everybody else is at. So you're kind of at the point, the apex of this. And it lowers, and then there's a distortion in the air, and you will dodge out of the way. And where you were standing, you will see this crystal kind of grow up out of the ground. Like it was going to cover you with the same crystal that is on top of that other figure. So now we're going to go into kind of rounds. And we've got 3 of them. Santos, I'm going to let you take first action, and then we're going to kind of do the pass back and forth here, unless people want to spend momentum to take initiative. So Santos, what do you want to do?
I'm going to say, I think we've discovered their defense mechanisms, and I'm going to shoot one of them.
Okay.
That's what Santos is for. Shoot
Absolutely. I believe that is control plus security for ranged attack.
Okay. It's 12. Two successes.
2 successes. So you will fire that off. You have your phaser set to stun,
Of course.
and the energy will hit it, and it will definitely picks up the energy, but it doesn't stop.
I'm also backing away, backing
Okay.
towards the shuttle.
Absolutely. I have to go back out of this hallway and back into the other big room.
So much, yes.
Okay. Then let us have one of them go.
Can I pick up a momentum and
You want to take the
Steve?
initiative?
Yeah.
Okay.
If nobody minds.
All
I
right. So
think
you
I think that
spend
yeah.
1 initiative, it's 1 momentum,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
now you can go.
Okay, because what I want to do is these, like, I would like, I mean, de-escalation seems right out, they are attacking, but what I want to do is I want to get closer to one of these things, and I would like to see if I can get this, whatever that is, weapon thingy, kind of away from them, or maybe make it hit them itself.
Yeah, it does look like it is a limb rather than a separate weapon. Okay, I like that. Let's do a daring plus security.
Okay,
I think
I have hand-to-hand combat.
Yep. I'm going to say that's difficulty 3.
Okay, 3. Okay. Let me see if one of my determinations helps here. Yeah, actually, I want to protect people, so I will spend my determination here.
Okay.
So that gives me a success, right?
No, that gives you 2 successes.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
even before you roll, you get 2 successes. So you just need 1 more.
Okay. And I roll daring plus security, which is a 14. Come on, that's been nice to me. For once. You're not, because you're not even rolling. Or that was a hidden roll, maybe.
That will hit, because you've got 1 success there.
Yes. Okay, I see it. I see it. I don't see the dice, but I think I have a 10 and a 14. That's actually 2, right? That's 2.
You have a 16 and a 2 is what I'm showing here.
Huh. Because I see I see a 10 and a 14 here.
On the
That's weird.
sidebar, it's showing me a 2 and a 16.
So weird. Okay, that was the last roll that I rolled. And then I can see my own roll. Okay, fine. I believe you. So it's a 2 and a 16, you said?
Yeah, you may have to scroll down. I don't know why it's being goofy. I apologize.
I don't know why either. Anyway, I use different dice. Maybe they don't like me. But
So
if I
you
have a
grab
2, then
on.
that's two successes, right?
So this is an unusual thing. Like I think you have to kind of jam, and it is strong, and it will try and fire, and you will fire that off, and I think that will kind of jam it stuck to the ground here.
And I will say we are not your enemies. While I'm doing this might not be very helpful, but you know, can hurt.
I'm going to have one of them go. Would you please roll fitness plus security?
Fitness, so that's still a 14. That's probably not hand-to-hand combat anymore, right?
No, this is dodging.
Okay.
Difficulty is a 2 right now.
I can't see my dice. Why can't I see my dice? And I can't even see them in the sidebar. I will just, you know what, I will just reload. Maybe that helps.
Here, I'll share you the dice with
Yeah.
you so you can see.
Okay.
You've got a 16
20
and a 20.
And a 20, yeah. Okay, that was not very good. Okay.
So you've kind of jammed one up, stuck one, and another one of them spins around and fires off and catches your feet on this thing. You're going to take 4 stress.
Okay.
And you are stuck as a trait.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay.
So Gop or Keel? Who wants to go?
Do you want to go first, Robbie, or Light?
You are muted,
You're
Rob.
I would say, combat is not Gop's forte. But
Well, you're better at it than I am.
But Scilla is stuck now.
Some of this crystal is grown up around Scylla's feet, and it seems like he's kind of stuck in place. He has apparently negated one of these 3 things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think Gop will it's not his forte, but not her forte, but the situation is pretty dire. So I think Gop will. There's still 2 of them that are.
There's still 2 of them. Yes, one of them has already fired. Another one has not fired and is going to fire in a moment.
Yeah, I think Gop will the one that hasn't fired will.
Here is my question for you.
Feed. Yeah,
you have seen Santos hit one of these dead on with a phaser set to stun and not affected.
Yeah.
Do you set your phaser to kill?
I don't think Gop is going to go there quite yet.
Okay.
I think Gop will keep on.
In that case, I'm going to give you a determination, because when you shoot this thing with your phaser set to stun, it does nothing to it. All it does is draw its attention to you.
Okay.
So you have 2 determination, and it will turn and level that crystal beam at you and fire. You may make a fitness plus security roll to dodge.
Okay.
Now I'll remind you, you can spend determination if you have a particular value that would work with it to give yourself 2 successes before you roll.
Yeah, I think I will spend. You can't make a deal if you're dead.
Yeah.
So, I will do that.
Okay.
And fitness plus determination. Let me just make sure.
Fitness plus security is 10.
Yeah, 10. Okay. And I'll roll 2. And can I spend a momentum as well?
You can if you want. You've already got 2 successes.
I need one more.
No, you don't. I'm going to make you roll anyway, though, because you might generate momentum because you've already got enough. I've only got
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay.
it's
Yeah, I thought.
difficulty 2 actually. So
Okay. Okay. All
I'm
right.
being kind of
Yeah,
cheaty here.
I'll just go with the 2 then.
There's 1 success.
Okay. I don't know why I just rolled 1. So let me do one more.
1 success. So
Yep.
we'll throw that in the pool, shall we say?
Yep.
Okay. Keel. This thing fired at Gop. It kind of frozen up Scilla a little bit. What do we want to see you doing?
Um, I mean, I wonder if I can try to, if I think these are like um, a security routine, can I like try to short circuit or circumvent that security routine, like shut off the security so that we're not seen as intruders? Is that too
Shh.
extended for this
I
tactical
will tell you. No,
situation?
I'll tell you what. Burn either a map of this level or Rosetta Stone, and I will give you fictional positioning to do that.
That sounds terrible.
It does, doesn't it?
But
And yet,
and yes, it's very tempting. Um, yeah, map of this level. We're gonna move on to different levels. So
okay.
I'll keep my Rosetta Stone and I will burn map of this level. Hey,
Okay.
I generated that anyway, so
All right.
um,
So, reason plus science.
okay.
I think you have a focus for this. Uh,
Could it be archaeotechnology?
oh yeah, I
Or
think
is it
that's perfect.
computers?
Yeah,
Computers is much more
I think
vanilla.
archaeotechnology is perfect.
Yeah.
So this is a tough thing. So 5, we take it down by 1 for Rosetta Stone, takes it down to 4, let's say. Um, and you've got, a 16/5. You've got some momentum in the pool and you've got determination.
Yeah, I think I might spend determination.
Okay.
I think this is almost like I'm in the middle of something here. Discovery is a process and an event. Stop interrupting me with these incessant energy attacks, I just want to make this distraction go away. So that leaves me with 2 to hit it, and I think I will spend a momentum,
3d20.
3d20,
There's almost
because
no chance that you
don't
could
say things like
fail.
that, Lowell.
16/5.
So there's 2 successes on the dice. But application.
Add 20. Uh, I think that you will send that out. You kind of echo some of the tone that you had before. You played around with the linguistics, and it will like send a pulse out, uh, and they will stop and turn, and it's clearly like a return to source kind of thing. The one will crack itself off from where Scilla like froze it in place, and wobbly go, and they will kind of vanish. And that complication is you're pretty sure that trick's not going to work twice. Does
Okay.
that seem fair?
Yeah, I think maybe in my mind, it's like a one-time code pad kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think I might have to work on it to get it to work a second time, right? To
As they move away,
vary the tones,
yeah.
right?
As they move away and vanish, you'll realize that it is clearly a visual camouflage thing being created by the environment itself. Something that you might be able to find a contrast for, and it's clearly that it can only be done kind of at a distance. So they get maybe 10, 15 meters away from you, and then they kind of vanish. Santos, your lieutenant commander is kind of stuck to the ground.
Um, Commander, should I use a phaser?
No, I think I might need my feet in the future. I think I will just, I won't use the grenade. That would be very awful. But I will, I have the saber, right? That has a pommel, and I will try if I see if I can just shatter it with,
I think it has only partially formed.
yeah,
So I think that you will be able to, with a few key strikes, maybe even with a tricorder scan to spot for a weak
yeah.
point, you can break it
Oh,
out such that you can get your feet
okay.
out from this.
Okay, I will do a quick medical scan of my feet because you never know, right? Alien technology. I don't want this crystal to grow inside my feet.
Oh no, I think that's fair. It doesn't seem to have penetrated your clothing or your skin. It
Okay,
seems to just have coated over you.
okay,
They maybe feel a tiny bit of numbness, but I think it's mostly from a little bit of the pressure.
yeah. But that brings me to another point, our friend in the crystal there. I think that was what they were trying to do to us, right? So this points to the person in the coding might be an intruder and not one of the original inhabitants of this thing here. I don't know where that leaves us if we want to get them out anyway, or
Well, I mean, maybe they were an intruder, but we still don't know. I mean, they could have just been like us, right?
yes,
I mean, if the
yeah,
role was reversed, I think you would want somebody to extricate you from the crystal.
yeah. I think we should maybe yes, let the scientists do their work. Although
Um,
I would like to scan with the medical tricorder if the person inside this is well, I mean, are they okay,
I
basically?
think that Keel has already done that with
Oh,
the,
okay,
the medical
okay,
scan he
right.
did
Oh,
earlier.
yeah, right, right. Okay, cool.
so if they were to be freed from this crystal, they wouldn't need life support or medical attention immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that.
Okay.
There's, yeah, if they were in here and they got this far in, they clearly either have rebreather apparatus or are adapted to the environment or something.
So yeah, so Scilla, I mean, sounds strange for me to be with the one saying, "Are you sure we should do this?" But yeah, sure. Let's see if we can free them, and maybe they'll be able to tell us a thing or two.
Tell
Yeah.
me the technobabble rig up that you do, Keel, to crack this crystal open.
Um, I think perhaps we are. I mean, obviously, we're going to reverse the polarity of uh, the crystallization patterns that we experienced when we were attacked, right? I mean, that seems like a no-brainer.
Absolutely. So what are you rigging up? Like how is it just a tricorder? Do you need to use stuff from the runabout, the scientific equipment? Is it the deflector array? Like what is it they're using to do this? Describe to me what this looks like on screen.
Yeah, I think we need to kind of unhouse this sensor array from the runabout, and then uh, maybe we have this big long lead coming from the runabout for the power source, and then like we're feeding in the data from the tricorders. Maybe we're analyzing the crystal that had trapped Scilla, and kind of um, uh, reverse engineering that. Maybe we do a small test on that first to see what happens to it, right?
Perfect, perfect. Get a little transport buffer kind of arrangement around there. Get it all
Yeah, yeah.
encased. The test works fine, and you will set this up. And we spent some money on a CG effect to kind of show both the cracking and the reversed polarity of the crystallization operating backwards. And it will vanish, and you will see a figure there, dark-skinned. They are covered in lights. There's some of the lights that are kind of embedded in their skin, and some that seem to be kind of, you're not sure if they're projections or whatever. Uh, uh, but within a few moments of that crystal being broken down, whatever stasis was happening from this goes away, and they will blink and look around. And Scilla, again, you can sense that they're there. You can't read their thoughts or even their emotions. And one of the things you can definitely tell is there are two minds there.
Interesting.
And this figure kind of looks at all of you, looks at the gear that's around.
I will address them and say, greetings. We are members of Starfleet and we come from the Federation. We have come to investigate this place. We found you encased in crystal. And we were wondering what you are doing here and if we might share information.
And definitely observing you, definitely hearing you. But I think you can tell that, the universal translator is kind of running through standard, dialects. And he will kind of gestures for you to go on.
Yes, you need more information about us to understand what I'm saying. Is that correct? I would love for you to speak to me. Can you speak? Can you communicate in any way? Please.
He kind of keeps doing that as if to say more.
Okay. I think I will oblige that.
And probably after a couple of minutes of talking to him, he will nod, kind of puts his hands up, and he will say, I am Kabul. There are a number of words that you are using I do not understand. What is a federation?
Federation is an organization of people that have come together to further science and their security, mostly science, and to live in peace with each other.
That sounds good.
Yes, it is a good organization.
Is my ship still here?
I have no information about this. Can you
Translation
tell me?
Looks at the others.
Can you tell me where you come from, Howard?
And he kind of pauses. I'm of the Mkwai. And he says, and then he says this in terms that the translator is untranslatable.
Okay, interesting. I think I will turn to Santos, and I think Keel also has a linguistics specialty. One of you did linguistics stuff. Who was that?
Santos and Keel.
Yeah. So I will turn to you and say, do you have any way of making heads or tails of this?
There's certainly some, let's call them experiments, but let's call it facilitations that we can enact to figure out the lacunas in our language models.
I think both of you will realize that whatever he's saying must be whatever stellar references or coordinates or
Mhm.
system that he operates under, that not any that you like your system doesn't have enough knowledge to work from it. And I think he does kind of start to walk back towards the main area, kind of following along the power lines and
Mhm.
kind of, maybe a little bit ignoring all of you to get
Mhm.
out to where that uh, plateau is, and he'll see your ship, and he looks and he says, "My ship's not here."
Well, it might have been some time that you were stuck in the stasis field. They might have taken your ship away. We think you were caught by the security system of this place.
Our ship does have sensors on it, though, and if maybe it would be possible if you gave us technical specifications of your ship that we might be able to use.
He says, "I can barely understand what you're saying right this second, so I don't think I can give you specs, but maybe once we've had a chance to get more information from you and vice versa, that might be possible." This seems like an awfully small ship.
This is our shuttle. We have a station nearby, which we will probably return to imminently. We have certain protocols in place to ensure your safety and ours.
Absolutely. I understand. I assume you have quarantine measures.
Exactly.
That
And
is understandable. Space plagues are
Well,
not any matter for funniness.
let's put those protocols in place, and we will be back here, and
How did you
hopefully we'll be able
come
to
to find the five-section artifact?
seven section. Is it seven?
it
It
is it
is.
is seven, yes.
And you see him go, "Oh." And I think that you can see him kind of look, and maybe even the camera maybe pulls out a little bit now so that we see the whole big seven-section artifact there. And I think kind of that feels like the appropriate, like big shot there for us to end
Mm,
the episode on.
yeah.
Uh, so that is the episode. We'll start with a new mission next time. We'll take up a little bit down the road. We'll get Cobble oriented. He'll have checked out through quarantine and all that stuff. So he is in the station crew and returning NPCs tab there in the pictures. So there we have him. I also put in, of course, there's the emissary Billock, and I found a picture for Chief Nurse Merriweather. It is one of those AI pictures, but it wasn't too bad. So that is in there. Um, uh, Dan, you'll have the chance to advance Santos to take an advancement for them. Add
I
a
can't
value.
believe I can't believe she survived this away mission. She was right there for the taking.
I thought I might get a red shirt in this, but no. Uh I would like to do a quick stars and wishes. So if you don't mind. Uh whoop, Robbie said I mind. I'm out of here.
Robbie said,
Ion
But
interference. Yeah.
yes. Let's start. There we go. Let's start with Donna.
Yeah. I love I mean, obviously, I just love getting aboard the anomaly. Very mysterious and obviously an extended mystery for us to solve, which I love. I kind of like those opening sequences where we see a bit more of the personalities and the problems and the problem-solving approaches of our main characters, and I guess a little bit of friction between us all, so that's good.
Anything wishes wise?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there are um, maybe now that we've had that kind of initial burst of activity, we can see a little bit of people's B plots and kind of day-to-day life on the station where we might get some low risk interactions between the characters. So yeah, I think
Absolutely.
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do, the daily life where there's some weird BS that has to get taken care of, but daily life is the more important side of things. Robbie.
Uh, yeah, this was a great session. I do like the friction. I like that exchange between Keel and Bantali when they were kind of setting things up, on who was going to be going on the away mission. That there was got some uh nice little bit of drama going on in that exchange. And I like the way that Scilla is kind of keeping. Seems like Scilla is partly keeping things grounded, very kind of matter of fact, common sense approach, which is I think a nice element to the mix. I liked the conflict with the crystal creatures, whatever we want to call them, but that there were some nice kind of moments like, Donna having to decide whether he was going to give up the trait that got established. And I do like that element of the system, like the establishing of traits. That's a kind of nice um element, and I'm glad that we were kind of leveraging that a little bit. Yeah.
Anything wishes wise?
Yeah, yeah, I would just say, more, I'm torn because I like the mystery of this object and this, new entity that we have met, with the idea that there's a ship possibly, or maybe not, maybe it was destroyed. But yeah, I also want to, would like to see some stuff back at the station. I mean, I think there's those, was it regalians
Hmm.
that were um something of a menace. There's also the possibility of the Klingon that Skilla was going to talk to. I think there's some like kind of interesting like little points of tension on the station that would be interesting to we can't explore all of them, but to have something, yeah, on the station that's kind of creating some complications would be fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Skilla.
Yeah, lovely session. I really like that. I think I might have to rethink my idea that no, having no good reason might not have been the greatest idea. But you said we could mix it up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to swap a couple of points around
Yeah,
amongst your attributes,
yeah.
that's more than reasonable.
I think I will do that. Other than that, I absolutely love the idea of having a Brindlewood Bay-like mechanism for solving or making progress with this 7-part thingy over there. So that is very interesting to me. I love that. I also love the scientists, and I love the fact that we're basically it, right? We're the people who have the responsibility for this whole thing. So yeah, and I love that even as Gob has, it seems to be the sanest person in engineering. So yeah. And yeah, what wishes wise, I still want to talk to the Mad Klingon, and see if I can A, figure out what set him off, and B, maybe help him kind of, anyway, yeah, and also seeing day-to-day life on the station. Yeah,
Oh,
that would be lovely.
that seems more than reasonable. Circle that. And Bantali.
Just +1 on the tension. that was all done. I was not expecting it to go there. It was great. I really and what I like is Bontalia is definitely a pleaser. So the fact that she's pissed someone off already on day two of her assignment is will make for some great character growth. So thanks for doing that. Um, that crystal thing seemed very Star Trek, so that was awesome. Thank you for that. And I could very easily picture the crew setting up the equipment to try and deal with the crystal structure. So that was a lot of fun. Um, Wishes. I think Bantali wants to knock some stuff off her list, and I've got some ideas for sourcing a doctor. So if we could do that next session, that would be great.
Absolutely. It would be fun to see the horse trading
Yes.
that goes on. And of course, you have Ferengi too to assist you, who has the great material continuum.
Yes.
So there's some great stuff. Uh, Thank you all so much. It was good to get this first two-parter set up. I'm going to stop the recording.